My name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden. Here is where I empower women to reclaim their authentic power, embrace their inner wisdom, and transform life most challenges. Transitions into profound opportunities for spiritual growth and self-discovery. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. Subscribe to the newsletter at Elizabeth Magical Garden, as well as check out my podcast at Elizabeth Magical Garden, which goes live every single Thursday.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth Magical Garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to the podcast. I pray that all is well, and I pray that all is in great spirits. Today is one of those days where you have to say to yourself, thank God I'm alive. You know, guys, whenever I get to a point where life starts to appear to give me other things than roses, I like to take a time to reflect. I like to take the time to reflect and just give thanks because, you know, we could get to a place where we give thanks for all the things that is working for us and praise the joy and give thanks to glory to God, right? But I heard this quote where it's like giving thanks for the struggle, because it's through the struggle we tend to get even closer to God. It's through the struggle that we are met with our own resilience, right? And this is something I want to touch on because as we embark on this new journey of abundance, there's so much, let me tell you something, there's so much abundance, there's so much around to be thankful for. And when we think about the concept of just money of its own, what we don't realize, it's energy. Is a transference in energy, because at the end of the day, it's a piece of paper. Even the gold, it's not matching, right? But it's a transfer in energy. So when you take the time to sit back and say, you know what, my bank account is not looking like I would like it to be, what ourselves. A lot of us, including myself, I know I come from humble beginnings. My mother is from Haiti. I'm a first generation that was born in America, and I seen my mother work hard. My mother was a single parent. I seen her put herself through college. She got her associate's degree, her bachelor's degree. She landed a job in Wall Street. She did the thing. She was like, I remember she was like that 9 to 5, you know, with the suit and that Dolly Parton type of, I might be dating myself, that Dolly Parton look. I remember in the 80s, that was like the craze where everybody, like working women would be in their suits and their little baby doll socks and their sneakers. Everybody was like on the train going to work, and that was the span of life. And this is something that I watched my mother do. I watched my mother take care of us. She was a homemaker, and I seen the things. So growing up, in terms of being resilient and having a will to want more for my life, I definitely learned that. With that being said, I didn't understand or even was truly educated when it came to financial wealth, right? I knew to work hard, save my money, or try to save my money, because you already know, and do the things and toil and move forward and get the promotions and move up in life in that sector. But I didn't understand that, number one, working hard was never God's plan for my life or your life. I believe in the Bible, it says that, you know, I have given you dominion over everything. I have made you, I have created you in my image. We were already wealthy when we came into this world. A lot of times, you know, it's kind of confusing when you look at the Old Testament and the New, right? Because especially in the New Testament, when Jesus he came down and he was amongst the thieves and the harlots and all of that, and he was born in a manger. So we can tend to believe that he was a proper himself, but Jesus was rich. I mean, he's the king. He's the Messiah, right? He was rich. He was not poor. What it was, he allowed himself to be amongst the needy, right? And to bring forth, and this is why a lot of the people didn't realize or didn't want to realize that he was the son of God, because of the way he entered the world, right? Because the people that were wealthy, they looked upon him as like, the king of the son of God could never be amongst these people. But you know what? God ways are not our ways. And coming from this perspective and learning and being on this journey of reading the Bible from the beginning to end, I am on this journey, guys. I'm on this journey again. I've been on this journey for a couple of times, and I mentioned this on this platform. I am on this personal journey with reading the Bible from the beginning to the end. And there was this one time that I got up to, I would believe, like 70% of being able to finish reading the word. And I remember how much of a difference it made in my life when I did embark in this journey. But you know what? We're back and it's a new beginning. And another thing, this point around, I'm actually reading the Bible from a different perspective. I'm on this journey where I am looking towards learning God's character, because it's all about God's character for me. And I feel once you are in alignment with God's character, once you know his character, having faith, moving forward, living in a authentic, abundant lifestyle becomes part of the journey. Because here's the thing, you are now relying on his word, and you also are coming from a place of reassurance, because it's to see what he has done for Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and seeing the consistency of what God said he would do and what came to pass. When he delivered the Israelites from Egypt, and all the wonders that he have done on the way when they were running from Pharaoh and his men. Could you imagine having your baby, having all your worldly possessions on your back as you are running amongst millions and millions of people, trying to get away from this man that has a fleet of professional murderers that is hunting you down day and night, not knowing where you were going to sleep from day to day, and every day from the time you woke up to the time you went to sleep, you slept in this fear? This is something that none of us could ever understand. Nothing short from our ancestors, right? When I see myself as a Black woman, I realize, and I'm always making sure to present myself and to conduct myself and to move forth, whether I'm being seen or not, remembering and holding space for the ones that came before me. My grandmother was a woman that always held her head high, always looked good, always had her own business in the middle of one of the most poorest countries, right? Haiti is known to be a third world country from all the infliction and enslaved and impoverished land, but yet and still these people made it where they had they made it a way to get their independent from their own will. Yes, a lot of them have passed, a lot of them have suffered, but yet and still Haiti is the first Black country. to receive their independence. They took their independence. They didn't receive it. Let me just clarify. And I say this all to say, you today, where you stand today, with all the tools that you have today, to not realize how abundant you are, how rich you are, falling short to what you see in the now. Maybe you may not have been approved for that promotion. Maybe your account maybe you only have $1 in your account. Maybe you are on E. Maybe you are in a position where you don't even know how you're going to pay your rent. I am telling you right now to believe in your prosperity. Believe that you are abundant. Believe that you are healthy, regardless of what the health report is telling you, regardless of what your scores are telling you. You are abundant. And the thing about it is perspective is the key, because mindfulness, right? When you are mindful and when you focus on being prosperous, you believe it, right? When you make it a point to keep your mind focused on the things you actually want in your life, which is abundance, which is money. And listen, I don't know when it became a thing where you should be ashamed for wanting to be prosperous and be a millionaire, a billionaire, a zillionaire, or whatever. I don't know when that became a thing, because you know what? Well, in my opinion, I believe, especially depending on where you were raised, a lot of people, you have heard these things. Money is the root to all evil, this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. Money is not the root to all evil. It's what people have done to do evil things with money. Money is innocent. God wants you to be affluent. God has created gold for you to be affluent. He wants you to be rich. He wants you to look good. He wants you to live the best life that you have ever lived. He wants you to have heaven on earth. But see, this cannot be realized until you change your perspective. What are you reading? What are you consuming? Right now, make the decision to no longer consume poverty. Releasing that poverty mindset, not having these conversations with your loved ones, friends, colleagues. When you come into the office and it's like Monday and you ask somebody, how was your week? And oh, you know what? Didn't do anything because, I had to pay bills, and oh, well, me too. And then you get into this arena of discussing how much lack you have in your life, how much strife. Oh, the kids driving me crazy. My husband, he gets me sick. Oh, they need to pay us more money. You see, it's just, how can you arise from this mindset? Well, some of the things you can do is definitely move your body. Guys, I'm always talking about going to the gym, moving your body, and I will continue doing that, because let me tell you something. That is the first and easiest way to be rich and to welcome abundance in your life. Because let me tell you something. When you walk outside, when you are moving your body, when you get to a healthy state and you are able to see yourself in this position of power, because when you work out, your posture change, your whole silhouette changes. Something changes not only within you, but also externally. And how people approach you is different. It is, because when you see somebody that is fit, that looks like they are taking care of themselves, it commands a certain type of respect. It does. Another thing, what are you reading? Guys, I've read so many books. When I looked at my Audible and I also looked at my Kindle, my goodness, I read over 100 books just like within a year and a half. I don't even know, because I was just like, what? I couldn't believe it. Nevertheless, all the other books that I've been reading, Now, for me, I like to consume a lot of my books. I do two things. I read them. I love to read on my Kindle, and I also love to read books via Audible. It's easier for me to consume when I am moving about. I'm not always in a space where I'm just sitting down reading a book, but as I'm doing other things, as I'm on the treadmill, as I'm, taking care of my fur babies, whatever I'm doing, I can also receive anything. So why not pour into yourself, whether it be an audio book, whether it be a book, pour good things into your book. Extend your vocabulary. Extend the way you see things, right? I believe Zig Ziglar said, first you have to be, then you have to do, then you have to have, right? First you have to become the version that you already see in yourself. Become that woman of power. See yourself with that, in that business suit or that whatever attire, whatever you are aspiring to. See yourself in that new home. See yourself buying land. Seeing yourself closing on the deal. See yourself getting the clients. See it for yourself. Write it down. Right? I'm always talking about writing in your journal, guys. Let me tell you something. If you're not into going to therapy, journal, because first of all, it's free and it doesn't talk back. Write in your journals. Write the thing as if it's already here. I believe faith is things that are hoped for, but yet unseen. So write it down. Have this talk. Take this walk of life with God. Try it. 9 times out of 10, you'll be way further than you would have been if you chose to walk this life on your own. Try it. I invite you. Right? Then do the things. Start experiencing. There are so many sites where you can sign up to have like experiences, right? Because there's so many companies that would like you to come. There are coupons, start going to events, start networking, start doing the things so you could get your name out there, so you can start communing with other people. Because guess what? No man is an island. No successful person. And this is something that I've struggled with, especially a person that deals with anxiety. This was a big hurdle for me. I've never been a shy person, but I would tend to get overwhelmed, right? And what I realized, it was because of boundaries that I didn't set forth for myself. It had nothing to do with anybody else. It was all in me. And I'm happy to say, years of therapy after God, I'm now in this space. I've been in this space, and I worked so hard to get to this space where I am now understanding that my life, the things that I choose, whom I allow to be in it, it's all my choice, right? So going out, getting your name out there, sharing with people, sharing with others, sharing your thought with others, getting into different communities with like-minded people, because guess what? Your friends, your family is not your community. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Sorry, not sorry. They are not part of your community. Now, these are your loved ones. Yes, they're your friends, but see, they knew the other version of yourself. We're talking about the version that they have not yet seen, the version that you have sat with for years, but were too afraid to accomplish. They don't know that version. So stop trying to get people along to move along forward with you towards this new with this new version of yourself that they have never experienced. Right? It's a learning curve for all of them. So hold space. Do not get mad. Hold space for them. Right? When you're with your family, with your friends, be with your family, with your friends. Let them experience that person that they still understand and know. It's not about burning bridges. Now, if you are in alignment with someone that you know that is not healthy, for you in your life as it stands right now, you may want to pull away, right? Because we don't have the time. No longer is the time to hold dead weight. You are enough weight for yourself. How heavy are you? And I'm not talking about pounds. That energy, all those broken pieces, come on. You need to sort that out for yourself, right? And it's not fair to you. It's not fair to you to not experience the life that you are here to deserve. You already are on the path. It's just about changing your perspective, guys. Perspective is key, right? So become, do, and then have. Because guess what? And it starts off little. If every single day you make it a point to take 2 hours during your week, or 2 hours a day if you want to be ambitious, to do something that you love, to work on a dream that you had, not wondering how it's going to work out, when things are going to come to, when things are going to happen, just doing the things every single day. Leave everything else to God. Let him figure it out, right? God said, cast your burdens upon me. So cast them. Challenge God. Yeah. Challenge him on his word. And I can guarantee you, matter of fact, I'm not even going to say anything. I leave you to find out for yourself, right? Because that's a personal journey that we are all on for ourselves. But be consistent. Do these things every single day. Maybe you have to wake up a little earlier. Maybe you have to go to sleep a little later, depending on what your day looks like. But do it. And guys, as you continue to move forward, as you continue to believe in yourself, as you continue to be that little tugboat, I think I can, guess what? A tugboat is very strong, because that boat do you see the boat that it pulls? That boat is 10 times bigger than that little boat, but yet it's carrying the load. So keep pushing forward, understanding that God has given you dominion over it all, knowing that you already have what it takes. And guess what, guys? That dream that you hold near and dear to your heart, that vision of yourself that you see, it's not by mistake. It's God showing you who you were meant to be. And if you have the vision, God has already went before you and created the path. Guys, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Hit that bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a podcast on the YouTube channel. And for those who are listening on the podcast, thank you. Be sure to head on over to the link so you'll be privy of the podcast. The more the merrier. So be sure to subscribe to the podcast channel, as well as subscribe to my vlog channel. Yes, I have a vlog channel at Elizabeth Magical Garden. I go live on that channel as well. And check out my website at Elizabeth Magical Garden. All the links will be down below. Guys, thank you. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Thank you for all my new listeners. You guys rock. I really appreciate all you guys' support. It means the world to me. Guys, stay blessed, stay in peace, and stay empowered. Peace. Hey guys, leave a comment and review, preferably 5 stars. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, because what is popping over there. And also check out my YouTube channel to stay connected and see your girl's lovely face. Guys, I love you so much. Keep on pushing, and I'll definitely speak to you soon. Be blessed.